Tomorrow, there is an examination, and suddenly, chapter 1 is important. Chapter 2 is very important. Chapter 3, which nobody has looked at since February, has suddenly become extremely important. Books are open, notes are flying. Someone is asking, have you revised your books? I'm still doing math. Is it only math you'll be writing? At this point, even the parent is writing the exam emotionally. But behind all that last minute effort is a question we rarely ask. How much of tonight will still be there tomorrow? Then, something even more confusing happens. You revised the topic together. Your child answered everything. You even celebrated. Ha, you know it now. Then, 2 days later, what is 3 over 4 of 20? Um, and you're standing there thinking, were we not both in this house when you knew this? But forgetting doesn't always mean a child wasn't listening. And it doesn't automatically mean they didn't learn. Forgetting is actually part of learning. What strengthens memory is returning, trying to remember, practicing again, discovering what has been forgotten before the examination discovers it for you. There's a little trick our brains sometimes play on us. A child reads the same page 5 times. By the fifth time, everything looks familiar. Yes, I know it. Maybe. Now, close the book and explain it. Solve a question without looking. Teach the idea to somebody else. Try it again tomorrow. That's when we discover the difference between I've seen this before and I actually understand this. Learning isn't proved by how familiar the page looks. It is proved by what the learner can do when the page is closed. And this is where recorded learning can become powerful. Not because a video is magical. It isn't. And definitely not because watching 3 hours of lessons while thinking about football counts as studying. Nice try. The power is in something much simpler. Pause. Try the question. Did it understand? Go back. Watch that part again. Pause. Explain it in your own words. Practice. Return tomorrow. A live lesson happens once. A recorded explanation can wait for the learner. It doesn't become impatient. It doesn't say, but I explained this yesterday. It simply allows them to return. Sometimes confidence begins with knowing you can actually try again. Now, imagine the same night again, 9:47 p.m. The examination is still tomorrow, but this time, nobody is trying to meet chapter 3 for the first time. The child has seen it, practiced it, forgotten parts of it, returned, and tried again. Tonight isn't about panic. It's about remembering a few questions, a quick review, and perhaps sleep. Remember, sleep, because preparation should not make a child feel as though the examination arrived to attack them. Good preparation should make the exam feel like somewhere they've been before. One day, your child will sit in an examination hall. You won't be beside them. The teacher won't be beside them. The textbook won't be open. It will just be the child and what stayed. That is why at the Shammah Online Academy, we are thinking beyond the moment a lesson is taught. We are thinking about what happens after. Can the learner return? Can they practice? Can they discover what they've forgotten? Can they try again before the examination asks them to? Recorded lessons are one part of that journey. Not a replacement for active teaching, not a shortcut around practice, a second chance to meet an idea, and sometimes a third. Because some mathematics topics like to introduce themselves several times before they become friends. The goal isn't a child who watched the most videos. It's a child who can close the lesson, pick up their pen and say, "Let me try it myself." The night before an examination should be for remembering, not meeting the topic for the first time.